Yeah,
No
that's
problems.
great news.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just going to check that we are live. Just a second.
Okay.
We are. Just a minute. We are live.
Yay!
And you're watching Stephen Healey in Wiltshire in England and Raven, Blair Glover. Hello, Raven.
Hello. Are you guys ready to make some money, honey? Because me and Stephen are ready to broadcast your passion to profits. I'm Stephen.
Indeed we are. And welcome to the show. And it's broadcast to your business to profits. And Raven and I have been talking about this for quite a while. And I'm glad to see Raven here tonight.
I know. I got some new eyes. I can see now. I can see clearly now.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, if you just explain what we're going to be doing in this show over the coming weeks.
I sure will. I was waiting for you before my cue because I'm not used to this platform, but I like it. So you'll have to share a little bit about this too. But basically, broadcast your business to profits is just exactly what it says. We're going to talk to you about ways that you may know and you may not know, but help give you some strategies to where you can take your show, your live stream, your podcast from a free show to a fee-based show. But even if you're tuning in and you haven't even started your show yet, you might pick up some things that you can do to still help broadcast your business to profits. I asked Stephen to collaborate with me on doing this show because I know he's a genius with the tech stuff. And I said, I'll let him handle that. And I also know he's all about making some money too. So me and Stephen like to say cha-ching, cha-ching, because it is about the cha-ching. Wouldn't you agree, Stephen? We just can't do the shows and not make money. Yeah.
I mean, it is fun to go live, but to go live with a purpose is a lot better.
Yes, absolutely.
We have the opportunity to go live whenever we want. And today, as Raven hinted, we're actually live on Lightstream. So we can do lots of things on here. And we've just done a show where we had 5 people on screen live on Facebook. And
wow.
Lightstream is free to use. And I thoroughly recommend it. And I'll be doing a short course about it. Which I'll be publishing tomorrow. Well, yeah, of course I'll be doing a course.
Udemy king of courses there for sure. And you should, I knew when I was seeing you practice this and testing it, I said, Stephen's getting ready to come out with a rocking course on how to do this effectively, just like you did with BeLive, And wait a minute, you know what, when you think about that, isn't that broadcasting our business to profit? I think it is. Right, Stephen? We learn something, we master it, and those that know it, they're not our customers. But those that don't and want to know it, and they don't want to spend the time, I don't want to spend the time that Stephen has spent to, go through all that and to figure out what works and what didn't work. Why wouldn't you invest in that? That's what broadcast your business to profits is all about. How cool is that?
Yeah, and that's it, using your time wisely. I mean, you can spend your time experimenting and possibly getting frustrated, whereas with the Udemy course about Lightstream, you can just say, right, okay, how do I do this? Watch the video, which is only a couple of minutes long, and you'd know how to put 2 people on screen, you'd know how to put 5 people on screen, you'd know how to play video, you'd know how to put photographs on screen, you'd know how to put text on screen. Mm-hmm. So it saves a whole host of time. And to anybody who's watching the show, we'll put in a special linking afterwards to the course, and you're more than welcome to take it with a discount, because that's what we do. We actually like to share what we've created with you. Now, and I saw you on Robert. You had Robert on your show last night, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I just did we did a pop-up interview. I call it a Valentine's Day pop-up heart-to-heart conversation with Robert, because as you know, Robert, he knows this all this stuff that's going on with Facebook algorithm, right? And what to do, what not to do. And in order to make profits and broadcast your business to profit, if you plan on doing it on Facebook, you got to do it the right way or you're going to go to Facebook jail. So that's why I had that interview. You guys can go back and listen to that. That's on the Talk Show Maven Live channel or on the Robert Stern. And it's so important as we begin to launch our products and services on the internet, or not on the internet, on Lightstream like Facebook and YouTube. We got to follow the rules, right? There's no way around the rules. We can't make our own rules, not on their platform.
Well, it's their turf, isn't it? And they decide what's good and what's bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can fall foul of it without knowing it. I mean, if you create a video and it contravenes the Facebook rules and regulations, then that video will disappear. Yeah. So you've got to behave. And
not only videos, but the tools, because I've invested in some software that worked last year, but I could really get, put in Facebook jail if I use it this year, so you gotta, and we talked about that, they have all these different softwares that can do different things. And at one while, Facebook wasn't shutting them down, but now they're shutting them down. And I invested in that stuff, but luckily I didn't pay more than 25, 30, 50 bucks or something for some of the software, but I'm going through that. And I, encourage for our viewers and our listeners to, start checking to make sure the software, like the sharing software, I'm still trying to find out if Live Leap is a slap down or what. I don't know yet. But, a lot of the stuff we invested in a year ago and 2 years ago, I mean, even 3 years ago, we can't use it now. One of the interesting things that I was talking to Robert about, Stephen, was the fact that, we can't put a link, or we shouldn't put a link when we're to our product or service in not in the comments, but when we're writing our post, to put it in the comments, because you can't come on your profile page as a business, or you shouldn't, because you might get away with it for a while, but then you might wonder, where's your video? And Facebook, close you down. Yeah,
that's true. And I know Robert's pretty hot on doing business on your personal profile, isn't he?
Yeah. I understand from him you can do your shows, and I don't think Robert is thinks he just knows everything, but he's just giving us what he figured out.
Oh yeah, it's his opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yes, his opinion. So you can try it. I'm not a person, I'm a big risk taker in my business in some ways. And in the other way, I'm not so much. And when it comes to other people's platforms, I just got to respect it. Hey, that's just like when people join your group, or they join my group, or they join any of you that are tuning in group, you have your rules, right? And they have to abide by them. So it's the same thing. And it will stop you making any profit if you don't follow the rules, Let me just ask you, what's your best way of making profit? What's your best strategy that you want to share with the viewers today, Stephen?
Well, the best strategy of making a profit basically is a long-term one. And
I like that.
That is to become known for what you know. In other words, if you're going to share your knowledge, then you want people to take note of what you're saying, to listen to what you're saying. That means you've got to listen to them.
Yep.
Because you can't, if you broadcast and you don't listen, then you're losing a potential way of actually interacting with people. And what you want to do, as I said, is to get people to listen. You listen to them, and eventually you build up a reputation for your particular expertise.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think that's good. You want me to share one of mine?
Surely.
I'd be happy to. One of mine that I teach my clients and people in my mastermind is every single time, I know, Stephen, you've heard me say this before, every time that you sit down in your chair, doing your live stream, your podcast, or radio show, whatever it is, that you remember that you are not just creating a show, you are creating a product. So you have to be clear of your intentions. Now, there's sometimes I would prefer using this platform or Blue Jean, or just going directly from my computer on Facebook. If I really want to do more of a monologue, I want people to come back and see the views, and those that can listen live, that's a good thing. But I can't take the time to engage as much, because I don't want to go back afterwards and have to edit all that crap out. Because you got to remember, people don't want to buy your product, and you got all this engaging and hey Linda, hey John and stuff. Although it works for Facebook Live, and it works for your live stream, but it doesn't necessarily work for a product. I mean, if I got your Udemy product and I kept hearing you say, hey, John, Robert, did you get my message? I would want a refund like real quick. But so I'm just basically saying, you gotta, we said this at the beginning, you gotta understand what your intentions are for your show.
That's true.
If your intentions is, okay, I know what I'm going to talk about. This is going to be rocking, and I'm going to repurpose this into a product later. Then you might want to consider coming on Lightstream, because it's just, you're not being distracted by the notes in the chat and stuff. If you want to go out there and you want to get a great idea for creating product, and you want to build your list and really connect with people, then by far, I think Be Live TV is it. You just gotta be clear of your intentions and your purpose for your show. And always think show, product, money, 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 honey.
Excellent. Brilliant. So
Yeah.
once you start talking, I don't need to do anything then, because you take over and...
You sound like my husband. Okay.
I'm just listening quite happily and learning, and as we said, that's a big part of this. Is it is a learning experience, and we're learning something new every day, and it's to take what we learn on board and use it. Yeah, I mean, like using Lightstream as a tool for anybody who's watching us today. I'm just going to explain what Lightstream can do. This is a short advertisement. Give me a moment. And I'm going to come back in a moment, Raven. But basically, on Lightstream, you can have up to 8 people on screen, and we've just had 5 quite happily. You can have multiple scenes, and you saw me switch from one scene to another just then. We will have integrated comments on YouTube. Well, we've got it on YouTube. We'll have it on Facebook. You can show text on screen, as we did a moment ago. You can show multiple images, so you could bring images in, show them on screen, as I did with the Lightstream logo. And a new one is that, well, come to the new one in a minute, you can screen share. So if you want to go to a page, you can share your desktop, you can share a tab, you can share an application. Also, and this is good, Raven, because you'll like this, is you can upload video. So you can upload a video with sound up to about 200 megabits in size, megabytes in size, which is quite big. And you can play it any time. So you could do a pre-roll, you could do a post-roll, you could do a mid-roll. You can play that video anytime during your show. You can talk over it at the same time if you wish, or you can let it play. You can loop the play, all the range of things. You can come in to a Lightstream show via RTMP. So that means you can come in with vMix or OBS or Manycam. So with your Manycam, which you have, you could come straight in, and you get a better signal, and it's a lot smoother than the, you can come straight in through Manycam, and you can broadcast at the moment, you can broadcast to Facebook, which is what we're doing now. You can broadcast to YouTube, you can broadcast to Twitch, you can go live on Periscope from your desktop with everything that you're seeing now. The same broadcast will go out on Periscope and Twitter. And you can display local text files. So if you can create a text file and bring that up on screen as well. And finally, not on that list, because they're always updating the system here, you can actually run a slideshow. A bit like a PowerPoint presentation, but you can upload a series of slides and then display them on screen. So this is why I use Lightstream to go to Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and Periscope. And I'm coming back now. The best thing about it is that this software is currently totally free to use. So there is no monthly subscription. There is nothing to pay. You can use this software. Just go to golightstream.com. I'll put a link in afterwards, and that's it. Right. Okay. Yeah. At the no, at the moment you can go to any one, but keep an open mind on that one. But because of the rules and regulations, you can only go to Facebook. If you're live on Facebook, you're not allowed to go anywhere else. Yeah. What well, it's Facebook discover it, but as you said, you're a risk taker. But I mean, I just want to come back on that, because if you're going out to 4 places at the same time, your attention can only be in one place. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Going to benefit the viewers, okay? Because you want to have something, you want to come out there with some invaluable lessons and training and strategies that's going to not just fill their head with information, but start the process of transformation. At least make them hungry enough to where they will contact you and say, I want more. Do you have a mastermind? Do you have a course like Stephen does? Do you have a book? That's what you want to do. That's how you take it from zero to making some money, honey. What you got to say about that, Stephen?
That's pretty darn good. I mean, that's why you and I get together and enjoy doing these shows, and basically broadcast your business to profits. We're going to take that to new levels, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
You like to explain what we're going to do?
Yeah, absolutely. Course? Yeah, what we're going to take, we're going to actually create a course, and it's all going to be about making money, honey. We want to just totally just indulge you with different ways, not just one way, but multiple streams of income for your show, because sometimes all the streams will work together. Yeah. Great. And then sometimes as things change, like many of us that, like myself, I'll be honest, I was one of them, was relying on Facebook. And then all of a sudden Facebook makes these changes. Do you think your income stopped? Anybody that says it didn't, they're lying, because it did. Because we had to figure out, okay, we can't do this, we got to do that. So one of the things we learned is, number one, there's no platform better than your own platform. Lightstream, Facebook Live, and everything is a tool. It's a tool, but you own everything. If you want to own everything, and if you want to have full control, you got to have your own platform. So you want to get people back to your platform. And so we'll give you different ways on how you can do that. We'll talk about different ways that you can make money. And, I'm a behind the scenes type of gal. I have my Make Money as a Talk Show host group, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of training in there. So if you guys are not part of that, go to facebook.com/Make Money as a Talk Show host, and you'll get a little teaser of what Steve and I are going to do, because I'm going to show some behind the scenes. You're going to actually get to hear me in our course. You're going to get to hear me make a call. Now, I can't tell you I'm going to get a sale or not, because I like to do it raw. But here's the good news. You'll get to see, if I don't get a sale, you'll get to see how she handled it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you'll get to see how I handled it. If I do get the sale, you'll see how I got it. Okay. So, I'm that's just me. I'm not one that's going to come out here and just do everything perfect, because that's not real life, Stephen, right? And
indeed. And sometimes you just got to roll with it and just carry on. When hiccups happen, and is the difference between winning and just being an also run is persistence, isn't it? You've got to stick at it. You've got to really know where you're going to go, work out a plan step by step how to get there, and just go for it.
Yeah. Just go for it. Just go for it. And that's the thing that stops us from broadcasting our business to profit, because we're trying to get everything perfect. We're trying to dot the I's. We're trying to cross the T's. And guess what? Many of us haven't even got that far. We're so busy getting ready to get ready. Oh, let me clean my desk. Oh, let me see this. Oh, yeah, I forgot to call them. We're doing everything but really getting off the benches and into the game. Okay. And so I guess Stephen and I in our course will be showing them, how the game of showbiz works.
And well, yeah,
I mean, make a profit.
Yeah. Going behind the scenes and getting down and dirty and detailing the way. Now, of course, the thing about any course is that it can give you the technique. It can show you by example. It can give you exemplars. It can show you people to follow. But that's the beginning. Unless you actually do something, you're not going to move forward. If you read all the books in the world, take all the courses in the world on how to make profits, then you'll be well read, but you won't be making that money, will you?
You won't. You'll be well read, and you'll be really good at getting ready to get ready. You got this nice office, you got these great shelves and all the decoration, your chair, you just went and got you an executive chair. You got on your suit and your hat is looking pretty good too. But guess what? You haven't picked up the phone and called anybody. You haven't sent out an email. You haven't jumped on Lightstream or Facebook Live or YouTube or somewhere and said, hey, meet me in a few minutes. I'm going to be doing this and this. And if that sounds like you, come on over. Or anything, you tell about your book. You got to get out there. If your mouth isn't open, the doors to your business is closed. So you better be doing something.
I love that. If your mouth isn't out, the doors to your business are closed.
That's my broadcast of your business to profit model. Yes. We'll make that a chapter for sure. Okay.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So
our plans are to be here at 10:30 Pacific every Thursday.
Every Thursday. I start saying Wednesday. every Thursday. And, of course, Stephen is a speaker and, author, and, he's always gone, and so am I. We're like hours apart from each other. Like, what time is it right now for you?
It's heading towards 7 in the evening.
Yeah. So there may be times where maybe Stephen might jump on, or I might jump on, or we'll just re-air a replay if it calls for it. Okay. Yeah. But that's our intentions. We're going to get out here the bare minimum a couple times a month, but our goal is, every week, unless something comes up. And with me, when you get to be 66, anything can come up at any time.
Understood. But that's a very good point, that we're broadcasting live. We know that things aren't perfect, but we do know that we have a plan B. Yeah? If we can't broadcast, then there'll be something else to be seen. So second thing to come out of this is, whatever you're doing, whether you're doing it live or doing a post or whatever, writing anything, always have a plan B in case plan A doesn't work. Because you've got to have a backup plan.
You got to have a backup plan. And, another broadcast, your business to profit point, have a backup plan. If your day is not going as you expected, because anything can happen at any time. I mean, I was listening to a Facebook Live that Les Brown did yesterday, and you couldn't see anything. He wasn't on screen, looked like he had his camera facing the other way, but here's the point. He said, you never expect to get the call, and then you do. And what he was talking about was his niece was one of the students at that school yesterday.
Oh,
and wow. And luckily she was safe. But you could just hear him breaking up. So, and the reason I brought that up is we never know what we're going to be faced with. We can go to bed, I listen to motivational tapes while I'm asleep. You can wake up feeling good and energetic, and then you get that email, or then you get the phone call. Oh. Or maybe it's not anything that devastating. Maybe it's the fact that you cut on your computer and something happened, So the backup plan is, okay, what do I do next if it's nothing devastating, how do I move forward past that? And sometimes for me, if technology is not going good and my phone is working good, then I'm like, okay, Raven, this is a day or this is a week you can't go out there and do shows, but you can sure pick up that phone and make some calls. Here's what I keep all the time. Every time I go place, and I'm sure our viewers do too, you get business cards. So I put these business cards, I wrap them up and so that I'll know what event I went to, and I pick up the receiver and I call them. And I just say, hey, this is Raven. I got your card here. I love the colors in it. I love that you have these glasses on. And Dawn, I just wanted to give you a call and see if we could schedule a time to connect via the phone and find out how we can support each other. Do you have your calendar up? Great. Let's book a time. That first call is just a connection call. And then you start filling up your calendar. And I ain't telling you no more. You get me and Stephen's course for the rest.
Brilliant. Well, that's it. That's good. So this has been our first show, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. Reverend, any thoughts, closing thoughts for people before
I think I said enough. We better not even go there, except for thanks for tuning in. If you're watching live or replay, we love you. We appreciate you. Please, if you know someone that can benefit from anything that I said or Stephen said, please, please, please share us with the friend. And hey, you got to check out Stephen's course for Lightstream. I will say that because I am enjoying this. I'm not quite sure, where to look. Am I looking at the right place or what? But I'm getting it because I'm so indulged in him changing these screens and stuff. So you get the course so you won't have to figure it out. And if you guys want to, have a little help weekly, then follow me. I'll be on at 11:30 on the Make Money as a Talk Show Host channel. I just do something real quick for about 15 minutes and in and out of there. And I like to talk to you and have you in our group. So go on over there, Facebook.com/Make Money as a Talk Show Host. Stephen, did you do something different to the back of your screen just now?
No, I didn't. I think this is one of the, I've been broadcasting now for the best part of 2 hours.
Oh, okay. It's saying get the hell on.
It is. So on that note, as I go psychedelic, we look forward to, Reverend and I say thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you next week, same time, and over to Reverend to close. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye for now.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap.
That's